everybody? It's your host, Sid. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Medley Media Podcast. Sorry for the wait, y'all, but we are back. Big shout out to Medley and, of course, our sponsors, GLD and Storyblock. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, like our content, and please be sure to follow us on Instagram at Medley Media Podcast. So I do have the absolute pleasure to introduce somebody who's so dear to my heart, a friend of like 15 years. Hey, Destiny.
Hello.
How are you? It is so good to see you, and I'm so glad to have you on the podcast with us today. So I do want y'all to be sure to go ahead and follow her on Instagram. Her business page is The Lock Care. That's the LOC Care. Go ahead and give her a follow for me. Okay, so we can go ahead and start by asking where you're from.
All right. Well, like you said, my name is Destiny. I'm from Greensboro. I've been here all my life. I wasn't born here, but I've been here my whole life.
Okay, that's what's up. And how long have you had your locks?
So I've been growing my locks for 19 years since I was 7 years old. I'm 25 now.
Okay. And so have you always managed them yourself? Do you have a specific stylist that you go to take care of your locks?
Yes, I do. So I do not manage my hair myself.
Okay.
I do have a stylist that I've been going to for over 10 years plus. So she takes very good care of my hair.
Okay. All right, y'all. And the reason why I brought up her hair is because today we are here to actually talk about her new business. You can go ahead and shout out your business for me.
Yes, my business is The Lock Care. So make sure y'all follow me at The Lock Care on Instagram.
That's right. Okay, so you do have a natural hairline like we're here to talk about. So let's get into it with the Medley Minutes because I definitely have some questions for you about that. So is a hairline something that you've always wanted to do, or did something specific spark the idea?
So something specific sparked the idea because, no, I did not always have in mind that I was going to do a hair care line. Mm-hmm. So I've always wanted to have my own business, but I didn't know what to do. But I always knew that I needed to stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? Or create a lane for myself or do something that I am credible for. You know, I don't wear bundles or nothing like that, so I knew not to go into a business like that. So I just really couldn't decide what I wanted to do, and it just hit me one day like, Destiny, come out with your own lock care line. Like, you've been having locks, you've been taking great care of your locks, you know, and working alongside of my stylist. She has given me many tips and all that good stuff. So I was like, why not?
Yeah.
I'm credible, you know, and I feel like people will trust me in this area.
Right. Makes sense. Okay. And what is the most important thing to you about having your own hairline company?
Well, the most important thing for me is basically making a product that is for us, by us, you know, so something that is natural. You're not going to be putting a lot of chemicals in your hair, that type of thing. And basically just giving the people who have natural hair and who have locks to feel comfortable. You know, when you go buy this product, you know this is for me and that you feel comfortable using it.
Okay, I like that very much. And so when we're speaking about natural hair, is your product just for natural locks or just natural hair in general?
It is for natural hair in general, but my main target is for people with locks because we don't seem to have a lot of natural products that we can use and things that won't build up in our hair, because that is one thing for sure with people that have locks. They get a lot of build up and hair holds smell. So let's just be honest. It's a lot of matted hair that will hold a lot of smell. So.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Smell lingers too. I just feel like your hair, like how your hair smells, it lingers just like how your body odor lingers. So definitely feel you on that, whether you have locks or not. Natural hair will hold your smell.
Exactly.
Okay, so do you want to mention any challenges that you've learned so far as a CEO?
Yes, I do. So one is basically taking your time and paying close attention. I could just bring up a mistake that I made. So when I first got my products, I had to make labels and those type of things. You know, I'm taking my time, staying up 2-3 o'clock in the morning making these labels. And then when I sent them to a printing company and then I received them, they all said the same thing. So I spent over $200 on labels and they all said the same thing. I was super hot. So I reached out to the company and let them know that it was absolutely my fault that this mistake happened because I did not take the time to read over what I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really, give that advice to anybody. Please take your time and pay attention to what you're doing, because if not, you will screw up and you will lose a lot of money. So.
Yeah. Okay. And so that can bring us to our next question. Do you feel that the risk and, like how you said, you can lose money to make money, do you feel like it's worth it at the end of the day when you have your own company?
Yes, it's definitely worth it, because it's simply just trying, just putting through that effort. At least you can say that you tried,
Mm-hmm.
And you put through the effort to actually do it. So I definitely think it's worth it.
Okay. Very good. So what motivates you on the days that you aren't motivated when it comes to your business?
So what motivates me? For one, I do have a little sister that is 10, so I know for a fact that she's looking at me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I know there's no giving up. I'm not taking no for an answer. Absolutely not. And then I look at my lifestyle and the things that I want to do and the things that I want to conquer. So I know that me slacking, me procrastinating is not going to get me there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's good. And so what does the word empowering mean to you, or empowering? What does that mean to you?
Yes. So that means to me, when I hear that, that means to uplift, that means to help, that means to support, and to not downplay. Don't dim someone else's light to make yours brighter.
Yeah.
So empower, and just for example, it's not all about you. It's okay to shine the light on somebody else. Even though, I have my own business, I do plan to do different segments, and I plan to give other businesses shout outs and things like that.
Okay, that's good. That's what's up. Definitely. I feel like the community can always use support, especially within itself when it comes to us and our type of business and people and all that. So I definitely feel you there. So I do want you to get specific. So what exactly is your line made up of? What are you selling?
Okay, so let's see. Sorry, y'all. I should have had this out already.
Got a few products. I did ask her to bring, a little display if she wanted
I have
to.
a rejuvenating scalp treatment.
Mm-hmm.
I have a edge control, and I have, sorry y'all, I have my daily moisturizer, which is called a Soak and Shine. So basically what I'm doing is starting at the roots.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it starts at. So my rejuvenating scalp treatment, that's going to help you basically with your daily moisture, dry scalp, dandruff, any scalp problems that you may have. This will definitely help you. And then my Soak and Shine, this is more like on the go. On your way out the door, you want to get some shine and, keep that moisture locked in. You'll use that on your way out the door. And my edge control, that's for the girls mostly, because I see a lot of girls these days, they love to do their edges. But one thing that I've noticed is that their edges tend to thin out and they tend to flake. So I decided to give the community something that's going to keep your edges strong and not have you flaking, and something that's going to hold you down all day long.
Yes.
So.
And y'all, one thing, the edge control smells so good. I had the luxury of stopping by Destiny's house one day, and I saw her beautiful display, and I just had to pick it up and smell it. I cannot wait to order it. But yeah, it smells so good. And she actually did like a proof test is what I call it, but she had like a reel on her Instagram. Go check it out. But her edge control truly does last all day. Like, she had it on even with her locks in a style or whatever, it was able to stay on all day. So definitely go to.
And I will say one thing about this edge control. Honestly, when I first started it, I was not so into it with the edge control. I thought this is going to be my least selling. I thought I was not going to restock. And honestly, this is going to be selling out. And I am like super thankful. I cannot believe it, but I'm so gracious.
Yes, I love it. And another question that I had, so your on the go shine, is that for, like, let's say if I had a silk press, could I shine my silk press for that, or do you recommend that product just for locks?
No, definitely on the go. If you want to shine your silk press on your way out the door, it's for you.
Okay, because that's even with my wigs and stuff, because you have to take care of wigs like real hair, so I use oil and shine stuff on that too. So definitely would keep that in mind. Okay. And so how important, we can go back to the empowerment, because speaking specifically about women, I want to talk to you about women's empowerment for a second. Mm-hmm. How important is that to you, and do you feel like it is as women to lift each other up and have our own community? I mean, not to neglect the men or anything, but do you feel that it's important for women to have their own empowerment circle, or, you know?
Yes, I do feel like it's very important for women to have their own empowerment circle, because it's just so hard for women these days in the community, period, in the world, period, especially being a Black woman. It is hard.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you have a group around you that can uplift you and help you, that will help you strive better, and you will keep pushing. So that is very important, and that's what I'm really trying to do. I want to be a voice for my community, and I want to have a open book policy, shall I say. You know, if you need help, if you have any questions, don't feel afraid to come ask, because I will give, you know. And that's one thing I always say, love is all I have to give, all the time.
Yes, that is very true. I can attest to that from knowing you for so long. Okay. And so how important question. So how important was it for you to have organic or natural products?
Okay. It was very important for that, because I knew that, well, for one, you don't want to pick up a bottle and you go to the ingredients and you just simply cannot pronounce any of the words that are on the back of the ingredient bottle. That is terrible.
Yeah.
So I feel like I should put ingredients that people know about, but these are also ingredients that I've been using forever. So all of these oils that are in here, I have used these personally before for years and years on time. So it's very important to have that. And then also, I don't have anything that's been tested on animals, so it's animal harm free, all that good stuff. So that's really important.
Yeah, that is important, because that's a big thing with what's it called? Is it PETA or FEMA?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but the animal people, they real big on that for real as far as testing. So, okay. Definitely wanted to ask you that, because I know that was a critical part in your earlier promotion, you know, that yours was natural and organic and stuff. So definitely can appreciate that, especially me being somebody who has things like eczema, and I am sensitive even within my scalp. So I have to be careful even down to the edge control. Definitely can appreciate that. So you gave a little bit of advice earlier, but do you have any other advice for any upcoming CEOs or anybody who may be even thinking about starting their own line of any sort?
Yes, I do. So one thing is, do your research. You know, get on YouTube, research videos. You know, if you know somebody that already has their business, look on their page, see what they're doing. You know, it's okay. It's not like you're copycatting, but you're simply looking and trying to get advice, you know. So, and another thing is, take your time, you know, and don't think that everything that you see on the internet is going to work for you, because it's not. You have to get your own thing going. So it's really important to just take your time, do your research, and simply just believe in yourself.
Yes.
And one thing that I did when I was getting ready to start my business, I kind of fell back from people, not because, you know, they did anything to me, but simply because I just needed to be in my head and get my ideas out. And I realized that a lot of people giving their opinion just alters what you're trying to do. It alters your mind, whether it's a good opinion or a bad opinion. You know, find somebody that you can really trust in, and, you know, they're not judging you. They want to give you an opinion, but just find one person that you can really confide in. You know?
Okay. I like that. Okay, and so what is the most important thing to you about, like, having your own company? Like, what is key? What stands out to you when it comes to owning a company?
It's basically being a boss. Well, really having responsibility.
I like that.
Of course, I want to be my own boss. I just feel like, you know, start your own thing, you know, set the tone. Set your own tone, basically. And there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. And that's one thing with social media. They have you thinking like, oh, you need to go quit your job now. Please do not quit your job now, because you have to think about things in the long run. Yes, I do hope to get to the point where I do not have to go into my 9 to 5 job every day. But I do know that there are things that I need to take care of. So that's really important to me.
Okay, very good. Let me see the next question. What is your 5-year plan for your line?
Okay, so first I plan to take over the internet for one. Yes, I want everybody to know about the Lock Hair. And then I hope to get my products into beauty supply stores and hopefully get some of the known like celebrities that do locks or people that do locks, get them using some of my products and things like that, and basically just getting them worldwide, but like I said, I want to take over the internet first, and then I plan to go into stores and get them on the shelf.
Okay. And are you into the idea of like sending celebrity samples and stuff like that?
Yes, I'm definitely into that. So even before I started this, I started following people who I potentially thought like one day I'm going to send them this.
Yes,
I follow people for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a reason behind everything. So
yes, very good. I love it. Okay, and so how and when we ready to order? Because there's no ifs about it.
Okay.
When we are ready to order, how do we order?
All right, so you're going to go to my business page, and you will click the link in the bio. So my website has just recently went live, and I'm super excited about it. And you can also just type it in, www.thelockcare.com, and it'll come right up for you.
Okay, period. I love that. All rights belong to you, period. Okay, well, Destiny, I have enjoyed having you on with the lavish lock care, y'all. The lock care is what's popping for real. Take care of your hair. Your crown is your beauty, inside and out. So any shout outs, if you wanted to say anything before we head out, feel free.
I do want to give one shout out to my friend Fate. We've been friends since 2012, and the reason why I want to shout out him because he is always uplifting everybody. He has his own business. It's called the Flip Bags. He's the first person to come out with black fold top bags. And what he does, whenever he ships out an order, any business card that he has on his table, he puts it in his order and he ships it out.
Oh, yeah.
And that is just amazing because he's doing everything that we need, He is making the light brighter for us, you know, and I really appreciate that. He's always telling people about my products. I have random people hitting me up saying, oh, Fate sent me, and I really appreciate him. And he's also putting an event together. It's called the Business Card Event, where he's just going to have people coming through, networking, bring your business card, products, and just for us to get together in the community. So, and I really appreciate him for that.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to tune in from the podcast page and see what's up about that event. I would love to come, bring a few Medley business cards. Yes. But yeah, so again, I definitely appreciate having you on, y'all. This is my friend, my sister, deep-rooted type. So it has definitely been a pleasure. And again, I thank y'all so much, my loyal audience. Again, I'm sorry for the wait, but we are back. Yes. Tune in next time, y'all. See you later.
See ya.